It's a long time we didn't see each other. So why not?
Right.
Where have you been? Where have you been so
In
long?
bloody hospital all afternoon. Right.
Why?
Come on! Bloody ball!
Stop video! Stop! Stop video! Stop!
Kiss me! God, mind my back!
Please, coming!
Come on! Right, it's midnight. It's midnight on a Friday, and I've just come out of the hotel. And who should I see?
Ah, look at
Who should I see? Look back a bit, look.
Actually, find the social. Want to get the beer or not?
Yeah!
I've been trying to get hold of this guy for about 5 days, and he's ignored all my phone calls. You bloody crazy fool!
Mr. Kevin!
Come on!
He's my best friend!
Right there! Go on! Yeah, this is a typical Friday night in SANSEPOLCRO. Oh my God, who's this? Who the hell's this? Look out here! So it's just turned midnight, 5 past midnight. I'm in hospital. Who are you? Go on. Your name? What's your name?
Rossella.
Right, I'll go a bit further before I fall over. Here's some of my best mates. Look at this. Leonardo.
Ciao Kevin.
Ciao.
Mannaggia Gesù Cristo.
And look. And here's the man who's putting me up for 5 nights. I'm staying with Luca.
Lui dorme da me, capito?
Guess what? Luca, I want bacon, eggs, sausage, baked beans. No, I don't want your bloody Italian rubbish breakfast. I've got some Worcester sauce.
We have only croissant.
You are joking. You can get the scrambled eggs out tomorrow morning. I don't want no bloody friend. No way.
Solo croissant!
Bacon, eggs, sausage, and Worcester sauce.
Mr. Kevin è Dio bestia, cane di Dio!
Come on.
Gabriele.
Hi, Mr. Kevin.
How are you?
friend, Gabriel.
Who's, I'm not talking, who's that?
Chiara. The
Chiara, I should say.
E sul game si porco Dio!
Little merda.
Ciao Kevin.
I'll move on. Who's who? Hey, hello, my friend. So this is the pub where I spent many a Christmas. This is a late serving bar, isn't it? They serve till what, 5 in the morning? 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning here.
Mannaggia la Madonna!
What the hell are you talking about? Speak English for fuck's sake. Move back, I'll fall over.
Porco di Dio!
Fatto caso.
I don't want to fall over again and crack my head open.
Gesù Cristo in croce!
Yo.
Where are you from?
SANSEPOLCRO.
No, where are you from?
SANSEPOLCRO.
You are from SANSEPOLCRO.
Yeah,
So you're Italian?
of course. I'm not English anymore, I'm Italian.
You're not.
So this is the atmosphere we get on a Friday night in SANSEPOLCRO. We're everywhere in England, shut at this time of fucking night. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And nobody minds being filmed. Absolutely nobody minds being filmed. So let's get a picture of the pub. If you remember, one very late Christmas Eve, many years ago, this is where we came to. I think I can zoom in, yeah, I'm going to hang to this camera. The Il Pabon, SANSEPOLCRO, in the heart of Tuscany. And there is Omar, who's ignored me totally for 2 days. Two of my best friends in SANSEPOLCRO, and he never even bothered to find me.
Accidenti al bambinello!
When I was lay bleeding on the street with my head cut open.
La colpa è tutta di Gesù!
Hey, let me just finish this. So this is We just go to the top of the street. Top of the street, look.
A Porta Romana, un chilo.
So it's a Friday night in SANSEPOLCRO, TUSCANY, Arezzo, and everyone comes out. Look at this. It's 12:15. Just look at the street, the noise. Beggars belief. And nobody. Oh, this is Sonia's bar where she banned me. She banned me for one night only. I think that's like a DVD of some rock concert. Francesco, how are you? So all the bars stay up until 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning they're up until here tonight. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We just stagger from bar to bar. Here, I do a selfie, look. There's a selfie. Get out of it. That's a fantastic way of doing a selfie on video. Not my David Letterman t-shirt. It's the only clean one I got left. Now here's the boss. Here's the boss, Sonia. The boss of this bar. Come on, give us a dance. She only banned me for one night, didn't you, Sonia? So pretty good going. Right. This is my sort of town. It's now about 12:20 in the morning. Absolutely fantastic. Listen to the noise of the street. And this is not even Passeggiata. That's Domani, Sunday, Dominica. It's Saturday, mother. Lost all track of time. Introduce yourselves. Introduce yourselves. Quickly.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Hey,
I'm okay. I'm just walking down the street. So another bar. You can't go wrong, can you? Here he is. How are you, my friends? How are you?
Everything's fine, thanks.
Guess what, Ricardo? I can't go home. They won't let me fly home. They said you have to stay in SANSEPOLCRO. So I can't wait. Fantastic. I've got to stop in SANSEPOLCRO. Lovely.
That's amazing.
Oh, I know. So we're into another bar here. Up there. I'm not supposed to walk. Doctor said you can't do anything for 30 days. I said, that's all right. Another great bar, look at this. A walking tour. There he is, look. How are you, lads? I'll do another selfie. Do another selfie with the mirror. A selfie, look.
Él habla español.
Who's this? Who is this?
Él habla español.
You're Spanish?
Spagna, yo hablo
Spanish? I don't speak Spanish. What's your name? Look at this. What? Introduce yourself. What a beautiful lady. Introduce yourself. What's your name?
I drink limoncello.
I love the limoncello. Where's mine?
I like
So do I. My favourite aperitif. I'll see you later. Say goodbye.
bye.
And who's this? See you later. I love limoncello. I bet you can drink more than I can. Well, we're at this bar. Let's go a bit further down the street. Oh! I've only had one sip of beer so far. We take a pause while we go. Oh, even minutes. We take a pause while we go to where I fell over and cracked my skull open.
Togli quel dito che fa schifo.
Right, now we're at Mr. Andrew Berger's bar.
fast.
Now, if you remember, that New Year's Eve they were dancing behind the bar, these two. They're the two best dancers I've ever seen. So this is Mr. Berger's bar, where you can find me most nights of the week. Explain where you are, Andrea. What part of SANSEPOLCRO? Go on, because people want to know.
Bellissimo Kevin.
And who's this lady? What's her name?
Francesca.
Oh, God, I haven't met her yet. I'll be back tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye. Yeah, this is the scene of the crime. Sort of. where I was egged on to drink a bottle of Chianti straight from the bottle, and I fell over that flower bed there, that damn flower bed, didn't see it, and cracked my skull open and lay bleeding on the street.
We have win.
This guy called the ambulance. Where is he? He didn't actually supply me with the Chianti, but the Carbonari came here and blamed him. There he is, look. Look, he's still in shock. This gentleman got the blame. Look at his bottom there. He isn't sitting there. He got the blame for selling me a Chianti. And what did the Carbonari say to you? What did the Carbonari say to you? You can't say. But I can say. He said, don't serve him any more Chianti till Saturday. Well, that's tomorrow. So I've ordered a crate. So that is where I did fall over. Stupidly, lost the bet, cracked the skull open, and still not allowed to fly, but that's not the real story, so at least they called an ambulance. We'll move on. That is so beautiful. That's the gate they call Porta Fiorentina, with sort of the bottom end of the city. It's a fully walled town, SANSEPOLCRO, but it's so beautiful. Look at that gate. It's about, I've been pausing the video on and off, so it's just turned 12:30, getting on towards 1 o'clock. So we swing round, look. As you walk through the gate, there's Andrew's bar. Beautiful bar, Mr. Bergie and Giacomo, the whole family, Silvio. Beautiful. It's just livening up. Yeah. It'll be on till people don't go to bed on a Friday and Saturday here. They just don't go to bed. Like in my sort of life, I tell you. I can't go on, by the way. I've been banned from flying and everything. Because of a broken rib. Oh, I mean, absolutely agony, believe it or not. Pity Maurizio's bar's closed. There's the B bar there, look. Maurizio and Marcello's, that's where I spend many a time, but it's closed at the moment, so we'll swing round and we'll walk up to the whiskey bar. So there's the entrance, look. Porta Fiorentina. See you in a minute. Yeah, this is where all the buses, coaches, stop in SANSEPOLCRO. They swing round here, look. And you can go virtually anywhere. Go to Arezzo daily, Rome daily, Perugia daily. Reason being is there's no railway line. It's totally overgrown, they've knocked the station down. What a waste. The railway used to go to Perugia, Arezzo, but now there's no railway. This is my old street down there. I'll take you down there in a minute, show you my old house. Yeah, this is my old street. I lived here for 5 years in this house, but according to the police, I'm still a resident here, so I don't care. I've still got that address on my card de fiscal. The other guy hasn't changed it, but this is a sort of side street. These run parallel with the main drag. I'll show you my old house in a minute. Number 10, 6, 8. Here we are. I lived here for 5 years, number 10. Midfield, Richard Parry. Loads and loads of people came here for parties. English guy's bought it now, he's doing it up, so good luck to him. Number 10. He's making a damn good job of it as well. It'll be my turn next. We're going to look at some more property over the weekend. So So this is Via Santa Cantarina, parallel to the main street. So quiet. We move on up. Move on up. Yeah, this really is a typical Tuscan street in Tuscany. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. The main street, they're heaving. You can probably hear them singing. They go on till 5 o'clock this morning. And tomorrow night, even later, they just don't stop. Remember, it's only Friday night. I should have been at the Rother Street Market today, but luckily, the doctors at the hospital banned me from flying. She said, you've got to spend at least 10 days without doing anything. Don't walk very far, she said. Now, this is FIFO. Look, he's had to close, but this is the guy who's restored my motorbike for me. I haven't actually found the motorbike yet, but he said the motor meridian is finished. Now, FIFO has had this motorbike for 3.5 years. It's fully restored as new, so I thank him very, very much for keeping it for me, and I'll hopefully pick it up in the morning. I've been to the Carbonary and the police, and they've given me my licence, officially stamped. They said, Mr. Kevin, you can ride it, but don't go too fast and wear a crash helmet now. I never used to, you see. But it is law now in this part of Italy. I think southern Italy, you don't have to wear a crash helmet, but as we're a bit further up north, you have to wear crash helmets, which is a good thing. Now, this is where I bought the Motor Marini from. I saw it in the window, and now in the window, Motor Nova, it's only a sort of window shop. He's moved to City di Castello. But I think I might put a bid on this bike as well. I put a silly bid on the Motor Marini, and eventually he didn't accept my first bid, but look at that. It's ideal for around here in the winter, because it snows. You'd have to put snow chains on, probably. I don't even know what sort of bike it is. But it's a bit sort of sporty. My Motor Marini, about 15-20 years ago, was exactly in that position in the window. So I might go to City di Castello in the morning. Well, no, Monday morning, so we're going to go back to Perugia Airport and put a bid on that motorbike. It's a beauty. Let's move on. Yeah, when you find yourself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And though the night is cloudy, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Just one of the many statues in SANSEPOLCRO. Beautiful. It's now turn 1 in the morning, look. Not a soul on the side streets, but this is such a beautiful town. And it's so safe. There's no police, there's no violence. I've never seen a fight, never seen a scrap, never seen, even though the Italian kids can't take the drink. They're never violent, they never argue. If the two rivals are playing soccer, there's never any trouble in the bars here, never. I've been coming here 44 years this weekend. I've never, ever seen a fight. I'm probably the guilty one of causing trouble. Especially poor midfield when he came. Not fighting, just crazily out of hand. Now look at that. That's a balcony. Some say it's where Shakespeare got his inspiration for Romeo and Juliet. It's been believed that William Shakespeare came here. Well, William Shakespeare properly came here. Like the Garrick at Stratford-on-Avon. William Shakespeare probably drunk here. Yeah, he probably drunk in every pub at Stratford. 99% of them weren't built when he was alive. Anyway, this is such a beautiful area. We're going to come up to the Abaca Museum in a minute, which I did a video many years ago. Well worth looking down my history of videos and seeing the lovely lady take us around the museum. So once again, we'll swing round SANSEPOLCRO at night. Look at this, look at this. You can see why I wasn't really bothered when the doctor said you've got to spend 10 days with your feet up. I love this town. Yeah, this is the Abaca Museum, famous for all over the world. I'm afraid there's a bit of building work going on at the moment, so excuse the scaffolding, but that is well worth a visit, believe me. And they do get visits by thousands of Italian school kids that are taught history, that are taught foreign languages. And what are school kids taught in England? Fuck all. They're a waste of time, the schools in England. 99% of kids of about 11 here can speak English. There's a museum, look. Beautiful. Sorry about the shakiness. This is a place I've got to know very well over this week, 9 days. The SANSEPOLCRO ambulance station. I know all the staff personally. They all know me. 3 times I've been in the ambulance. By God, don't they drive fast? My broken rib, I think, got even worse than the ambulance, but what a bunch of great folks. They work 24 hours, and they're fantastic. Wonderful people, the ambulance people in SANSEPOLCRO. There again, look. There's the sign, you can't see it, it's too bright. We now go down to Sarah's restaurant, look. When the ambulance was called for the second time, Sarah called the ambulance. And the restaurant, I was sat having my lunch with a small glass of Chianti. So the ambulance people waited until I'd finished my lunch. They hadn't got far to go. It's a one-way street, so they backed down to get me. Let's go see Sarah's restaurant. Yes, she's closed now, but it's a restaurant El Corco, run by Sarah and her sister Lodi. That's where I was sat when she tried to bandage my head for me. And she was the one that went to the ambulance station, but they could see I was having lunch. So Sarah and her boyfriend, tried to bandage my head up, but the cut was that deep. Because don't forget, the night before in the hospital, the carbonara were more concerned with my alcohol level than my cut head. So they marched me out. Even though I passed naught on the drink, because they had to test my blood. Blood sugar they tested, temperature, blood pressure, 81 over 110. That of a 28-year-old, I'm 64. So the carbonari, quite rightly, couldn't do a thing. But they didn't look at my head that night. They just marched me out of the hospital. I thought that's what I got in there for, a cracked skull. But I hadn't got the broken rib then. That was after I tried to steal the police car when they found me laying in the middle of the road. So I'm not supposed to walk. I didn't get far though. That's a long story. But they did apologise and dropped me back at the hotel after they cracked my ribs up. Another great bike though. They just leave them on the street. Like everything's left open. The cars aren't locked. Chairs are left out. If that was England, it'd be all gone by about 2 o'clock this morning. Yeah, we're still on the street adjacent to the main street. That's just looking down one of the alleys, look. So beautiful. So quiet. It's still over 70 degrees, by the way. We're virtually, and you can smell the smell of cut grass it's like a midsummer's night in England. I think it's May the 20th. And by the way, the only reason I can walk at this moment in time, because at 3 o'clock this afternoon I was paralysed. I couldn't move my neck, I couldn't see to drive. I had to drive myself to the hospital. So I walked straight into the yard, not a soul in there again. They looked at me straight away and they put me on a morphine drip for about 15 minutes. Sat me down. I'll tell you what, it was better than about 50 double whiskies. And then they x-rayed me again. I went straight up in a wheelchair, up one floor to the x-ray room again. I had to take my clothes off this time, so they did a full imaging x-ray or something it was called. And my rib, I'm afraid, is worse than it was a week ago. I can't fly. I can't drive. I've got to stay for at least 10 days without moving. Well, she said, you can walk very short distances, Mr. Kevin, as long as you stop between bars, and that's a doctor for you. So I can only go between bars and keep stopping, which I don't really mind. She didn't say I couldn't drink. I'm not driving. I certainly won't be riding my motorbike at this moment in time. Oh, it's not the pain coming back, it's just I walked about 2 miles tonight, thanks to the doctors at SANSEPOLCRO Hospital. The finest doctors I think I've ever known, except for the doctors at Worcester Royal General. They're magnificent too. They're on par, got to admit. We're going to the other end of town now, to the other gate, to the whiskey bar, where I still owe him €10 because I've run out of money the other night. We've never spent so much money, me and my dad. And Barclays had blocked the card, don't forget, for 5 days. But no, I don't know why. Me and my dad went to the bank at Stratford and they wouldn't let me go in the same room with him, Barclays. I'm his son. I've got power of attorney. Christ's sake. He's still in charge of the business. He still supports me, pumps money in the business. If it hadn't been for my dad, I wouldn't be able to do the market stall now. You know, and Barker's Bank think he's senile and I'm trying to fleece him out of money. Fucking idiots. Anyway, that's enough of that. My dad soon put him right. He was in half hour being interrogated. Anyway, we're going to the whiskey bar now. Don't forget, 3 nights ago, I never paid him for anything. He said, don't worry. Well, I had €10 on me, I owed him 20. So I still owe him 10. I ain't got a cent on me at the moment. Because I haven't paid any of the hospital bills yet. They keep giving me bills with money on, but I just walk out. I don't know if I'm going to pay them or not. I am insured. Thank goodness I took out a Ryanair insurance policy. I haven't rung him yet because I didn't know what to score. But Rebecca at Perugia Airport has got the letter. She'll have the letter she needs. I've got it this afternoon from the doctors. And then hopefully it'll all be sorted. Monday, 1 p.m, Perugia Airport with Rebecca. Right, we're walking forward now to the whiskey bar. This is Nigel Smith from Spain and Sally John from Spain. Favourite bar. In fact, he introduced me to it. I'd never been in here to Nigel Smith. And Sally came to my birthday party. And look, it's still open. Turned 1 o'clock now. Well, I turned 1. You might have seen our pictures the other day. I did some pictures of the start of this bar. Oh, man, I'm knackered. But I'm walking. Still walking. There he is, look. There's Erica. So this is the Stardust Whiskey Bar.
Hey, man.
How are ya? Introduce yourselves. We're doing a video of Tuscany. Yeah. Your names. Your names.
Dario.
Pino.
The girls. The girls.
Diana.
And yours.
Virginia.
And this finally.
Mario.
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 Typical Italian name, Mario. Right, we're going into the whiskey bar now.
This is Italy.
I know, I'm Italian. I'm not English. Of course I am. Do I look English?
No.
Okay, thank goodness. Now this is Erica. Erica. Here's Erica, look. One of the most sexiest barmaids in Italy.
Che mi sta prendendo?
Come on,
Zatteroni mi piace.
show us your tattoos, Erica. Show us your tattoos. Your tattoos. Look at that.
It's
Marvellous.
wonderful.
Oh, God. I say. Gosh, we haven't better film anymore. Might get banned. He might get banned. We're doing a video of Tuscany, the bars. My sort of place. Oh, I've got my credit card on me. I can pay him. Of course I can. I've just opened the Italian banks. Took 7 days to re-register. This is Ermano. Ermano.
Hey.
Say hello to England.
Hey.
This is the Stardust Whiskey Bar. I owe you €10, Ermano. Don't forget. I forgot, you see. €10 I owe you. So you can pour me a pint and I'll pay with my Italian Montepieci bank card. So we'll have a pause for a minute. We'll have a quick pit stop at the Stardust Whiskey Bar. And the music here is probably the best music in SANSEPOLCRO. The Clash, the Ramones, the Sex Pistols. It's definitely the best music, Erica. Can assure you. So when you come to SANSEPOLCRO,
Best gin, best beer,
it's definitely the best beer.
best drinks, best barman.
Best barman and best bar lady, Erica. Can assure you. Well, that's Ermano, look, eh? He's a beer specialist. He gets all these beers in. Look at those beers there. So I'm gonna have a break for a minute at the whiskey bar. I'll just take you around the wars. Me and Nigel Smith have spent a long year out here. Look at the walls there.
Best gin,
David Bowie.
whiskey,
Labyrinth.
best music, best barman.
I don't recognise them two people.
Best
It looks
picture anche.
it looks like an Englishman in New York. Come together. That's a beautiful picture. I haven't seen that one before. Beautiful. Very young David Bowie there as well. He looks like he likes the Blues Brothers. So this is a Stardust Whiskey Bar. The Beatles. Johnny Cash. Yeah, they love Johnny Cash in Italy. Lots, even the kids love Johnny Cash. That's a good one. St. Patrick's Day. Drink more beer. Support your local leprechauns. I love it. I'm going to have a break now, have a pint of beer, and we'll walk down back to where we started. So, Erica, what's that? What's the port gate called this end of town? The Porta, Porti,
Porto.
the gate, the port. What's it called? Not Florentino.
No.
Porto.
No gate.
No gate.
No. Porta Romana, no
Oh,
gate.
Romana, Porta Romana, and Porta Fiorentina.
No gate.
There's no gate, but it's called Porta Romana
No. Only Porta Fiorentina.
and Porta Fiorentina. But there's no gate here, but they still call it Porta Romana. That's my seat there. Means I'll sit there, save that for me. Very kind of him. So I'm going to have a pint now and pay him what I owe him. That's what they call a tab. See you later. Well, just leaving the whiskey bar, and Ermano just said, "What is the time now, Ermano?"
Now?
Yes, the
Now
time.
it's 2:30.
2:30 in the morning.
Yes.
I seem to have lost track of time. As always in SANSEPOLCRO. I thought it was about 1:30. So it's 2:30 in the morning. Perhaps I spent... Oh, I did get bought 2 drinks in there, by the way, by people I'd never met before, by Dario. Dario someone, he's from Perugia. I'm going to meet him after I've been to the airport at lunchtime. He said he'd buy me a drink in his friend's bar in the middle of Perugia. So I've only stayed in Perugia once. And that was only because we were too knackered to drive from the airport to... Well, we'd have too much drunk on the plane, to tell the truth. They wouldn't let us out of the car from the airport. We had to go back the next morning. But that's another story. Anyway, this is a new bar. Wasn't here when I came before COVID. It's a... What is it? Tacos bar. Yeah, brand new bar. Well, built within the last 3 years. I think my friend, Francesco, the architect, did lights there. I hope to see him tomorrow. Francesca, from the estate agency. He's also an architect in Angari. His family own most of SANSEPOLCRO. I don't tell no one though. The shops are fantastic. We're doing a tour of the shops in the day. Probably Monday or Tuesday. So I want to do a proper job of that. Oh, hopefully I can walk a bit better there. So we'll leave the shops now. And we'll go back down. Well, I left my bag in the bar where we started 2.5 hours ago. So this is SANSEPOLCRO at night on a Friday. We'll have a pause and I'll go a bit further. Yeah, while we're here, this is the theatre in SANSEPOLCRO. It's a fantastic theatre, look. It's a picture house now, sheer movies, but it's steeped in history. Teatro Dante is what it's called. Some of the movies they show here. But it's not like any cinema you'd ever imagine in the United Kingdom. Right next to my friend's hotel, which was, it's been altered now. The Hotel Maggio is no longer. But we'll go inside the theatre, do a video just of the theatre one day. Look at the doors. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. Certainly a place to go and watch your movies. What's that one? The Norseman or something. So we'll move on. Or else I think my pub will be closed and my bag and everything else is in there. I'm still walking, by the way. But very shortly the morphine drip's going to wear off, I'm sure. So it's now 2:45 a.m. on a Friday night, Saturday morning. And I think the kids are finally going home. But if you notice, they don't ever cause any trouble. And so hopefully they don't. Hope they're going to... He's only having a piss, look. Oh. So they're never any trouble. Are they?
Ciao.
Ciao.
Hello.
Buonasera to all of you. So yeah, if that was England, they'd probably beat me up, stab me, kick me to the floor and be rude to me, but this is Italy. It's a different culture, different way of life. It's like going back in time to the 1950s in England. I'm afraid England's had it. Totally had it. The sooner I move back here, the bloody better. I can't wait. I'm so glad the doctor said, Mr. Kevin, you can't fly. Fuck me, great. You can't drive. You can only walk short distances between bars. I said, that'll do me. And he didn't say I couldn't drink in the bars. How are you? This is Dario. This is Dario. We just finished the video, Dario. This is the guy that's invited me to Perugia on Monday for free drinks all afternoon. Pleasure meeting you. I've never met this man before. Come here. Never met him before. True friendship already. Thank you, Dario.
True friendship.
You have a safe night.
Yeah.
I'll see you on Monday.
Goodbye.
Lunedì.
Goodbye.
Grazie, my friend. Now this is a town square in SANSEPOLCRO. Many years ago, 3 years ago, you saw me sat in a throne. This, I think, is an octagon. I'm not sure this time of night. But believe it or not, It's a real tree, right? That is a real tree, and that is real grass. Because it wasn't that long yesterday, and they've cut it. They cut the grass once a week. If this was England, it would be vandalised, smashed, kicked about, and ruined by now. And look, everybody just leaves the chairs out. This is Pietro's bar, the Happy Bar. Another fantastic, like, we always come here. It's a daily visit for me, the Happy Bar. But Pietro and his family run this, have done for years. They used to be there, look. They used to be there, but he moved miles to here. It's a really trendy bar. And again, my friend, the architect, Francesco, did the lights. So he's a pretty good architect as well as interior designer. So that's the Happy Bar, look. Pietro Babini. If you tell him Mr. Kevin sent you, you get 20% off. The English people do, because he puts 30% off before you get there. No, he doesn't. Yeah, I just take a picture of the doors to my friend's office. Well, it's not only my friend's office, Francesco's. It's Marta, Riccardo and Marta's doors to their office. Estate agents, Romolini. Look at the size of that door. It's about 17 feet tall. I had to open it the other day. Because there's a secret garden behind there. I'll do a video. He'll let me, Francesco. There's a massive, walled, secret garden behind that door. And believe me, it is a secret garden. Was it Ronald Dahl who wrote the book, Secret Garden? Someone did. I think it was him. But that's for another day. Yeah, this is Francesco's office, look. I've got to see him tomorrow. A pretty good estate agent. That was his little office, you know, where those big doors were, I've just showed you. So I'm meeting him tomorrow. He's got an 8-month-old child, which I bought a present for. This is his window. And I should buy him something to put in the window, because it's so dead at night. I've told him this. He's got a plug right there, look. And I've bought him something. That's me with my shorts on, by the way. Oh, God. You can't see my face, thank goodness, but that's my legs, what's left of them. So this is Francesco's office. And they're called Now Immobile. So Francesca, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow afternoon, Pomeriggio. We're going back to where we started now. This is Alicia's restaurant, Frontino, look. The only reason I'm not staying there at the moment is because she's full till July. And then I wasn't supposed to be here this week. I was supposed to have gone home yesterday. So, that's my table, look, for the restaurant. Me and Sir Patrick Stewart spare that on the balcony, look. He loves it here. I hope he hasn't got my room. The reason I can't stop here. But that's the only one table on the balcony, look. And in the winter, I sit just behind the window there. There it is, look, restaurant. I didn't say Frontino, it used to. There it is, look. My haunt. I've still got the key to the front door, by the way. On my key ring, never take it off. There it is, look. And I've got like loads of mail coming Tuesday now. Because Alison's hopefully sent me a load of stuff from Alison from Hamilton. So the restaurant Florentino. Probably the most famous restaurant in, it is the most famous restaurant in Tuscany. No question about it. So let's go back to the pub where I started. It's now 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, there's my car, look. Look at that for parking. You ask Mark Robbins how we used to park. But there's no there is restrictions, but nobody gives a damn. Without a reversing camera, that's where I parked tonight. I don't think I'd enter the car. Look at that. With no reversing camera. It's a little Honda we've used all week. Goes like a rocket. So that's the Honda from Dino Tricker. There's still a bit of noise going on. I hope the bar's open because all my bag's in there. With all my hospital records in. Looks like it. So handy to have the bar right next to my hotel. By the way, I'm staying with Severio now. And his fantastic, beautiful family. This is the end of the video for this evening. A lot of noise down here. It looks like they're still open. Thank goodness. It's a late night bar. Oh, look at this. The dogs are out. Who let the dogs out? Oh, oh, oh. Ah!
Yeah,
What are their names?
Rusty.
Rusty.
Rusty
How are
and
ya?
Moana.
Look, I love animals. They call me Kevin Doolittle. I talk to the animals. Speak to the animals. I've never heard of Dr. Doolittle. I hope the pub's still open. There's a bar still open. That's all right. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning, look. We're coming back to where we started 2 hours ago. I hope they haven't locked me bloody bag in there. Here's the boss. Mr. Kevin.
Sorry?
Mr. Kevin.
What?
Mr. Kevin.
Yeah, first name.
That's it.
Mr. Kevin, you don't have a first name.
That is my first name. Mr. Kevin, what's my name? Tell him.
Mio Lorenzo.
Yeah, no, not your name, my name.
Anna.
No, I'm not called Anna.
Lei è Glabra.
Thank you.
You want to know your first name? Your first name is Kevin.
Yes, but they call me in SANSEPOLCRO. What's my name in SANSEPOLCRO?
Kevin.
Right.
Kevin.
Yes. Is the pub closed?
Inside, that's your first, your friend, Luis.
Yes.
If you go.
Is he in there? By the way, he owes me 5 drinks, Lewis. 5 drinks. I'll be drinking. I won't pay for any more drinks this week. I'll go and find Lewis. So this is the pub we spend many a happy year at. Lewis, I need one. Right, it's the end of a fantastic Friday in SANSEPOLCRO. And I'm in love with this city, you know. So what better way to finish off a Friday night than The Cure? And what's the song? So this is SANSEPOLCRO on a Friday night, look. It's 3 o'clock in the morning turn now. The pubs are shut, they've got to be shut now. So my friend Robert Smith here, and The Cure, back in Italy this year. So it's a Friday night in SANSEPOLCRO. It's a 48-49 video it'll be. Oh, that's a message from the Carbonari. Turn the fucking volume down, make them piss off. They were the ones that broke my ribs. Of course, they got me email address and they gave me my motorcycle license. That's Robert Smith. So SANSEPOLCRO, Tuscany, Arezzo. There's my little speaker, look. €19. 25 quid in England. On the market next week. By the way, there's a better version of this on the BBC, Glastonbury. What a way to finish an evening. Yeah. Yeah, I worked with Robert Smith and The Cure when they did a song called The Forest. Excellent song. I'm pretty sure they're back in Italy this summer, so look out for The Cure. So every Friday, well, every night I'm in love with SANSEPOLCRO. So it's a pity the pub owner didn't let me film in there. I was going to do a video and karaoke night in there for him, but I'll probably go to the Hard Rock Coffee in Florence. It's their loss, not mine, believe me. Shame on them. So that's it. Good night, SANSEPOLCRO. The streets are quietening down now. Thank you, Robert Smith and The Cure. I'm going to bed at the Intoco Guilty. Bye for now. Take care.